哎呀妈，哎，这走就是嘞。这这样逛弄。
Oh, yeah, in the morning. Hey, but look, like this, you take what you do, you take an entire tree.
That Jane.
And so what you do is you color it in. And what you usually do, the trick on these is if you're a
But they weren't stealing from our childhood.
you put it up here, the water will sink in right down here. And you just keep filling it up. Here what we do is we use a different kind of these are watered daily. When I lived in Washington, right now I'm burning some trees every day and some trees every other day. It depends on, we have no. Okay. Any questions, let me know. It's hard to say. I just showed somebody. I don't know what the oldest is. I don't know. Like there's one up in the nursery, and I just was working up there yesterday, and I forgot to ask the curator how old. 5 years.
Wow.
So you measure across here, but then again, that only gives you an estimate, because if you look at this tree over here,
Crab apple.
this tree used to be this big. Okay? So you measure from here to here, it's, you know, ½ inch every 75 years, and you compute how old the tree was.
Wow.
But what happens as this dies back and rots, this everything falls out. So this is the lifeline where the tree used to be.
Yeah.
So
That's
this
an old
California
tree.
juniper, and they,
Wow.
I don't know. The tree I'm talking about, I heard one story, it's 800 years old. I heard another one is 1,500 years old. So I keep hearing different stories. And
Yeah.
the curator of the Japanese gardens is supposed to come down and talk to me today. He hasn't been here, so I was going to
nice.
grab him and ask him what the story is.
Yeah, some of these like that one are huge.
Yes, that was a, that was a stump. It could have been just a stump. Olives are a little different. For olives, you can cut this across, straight across here, put this in the ground, and it'll grow.
Oh, wow.
So that's how you get olives. And so what you do is you can, sometimes you see a big olive tree with it. You'll cut it off, you just get a chainsaw, cut it off, put it in the ground. So I'm not sure. Though this is John Naka's. John was the, he was the first Japanese master to master English. He's credited with bringing bonsai to the United States, South America, and Europe after World War II.
Wow.
He was the expert. And so he trained a lot of people, and I trained under some of his students. So that's how this one is, and we have another olive over there. So age, we just don't know. Nobody really writes down.
Can you bonsai anything?
Just about. Natural plants. They don't really live too long in pots. Magnolias, you got to watch the leaves and the fruit and flowers. It's too big. It just doesn't look right. And so it just depends on the tree. But most, yeah, you kind of can. So it just depends on what. Plus, it depends on where you live.
Do you put it in a big pot at first, or do you start with a small pot and then press on?
The pot has to do with the kind of tree it is. So, and what I'm saying is, you see how this one is a small pot in a tree? It's aesthetically, was what I'm trying to say. You're looking at aesthetically, that pot would complement that tree because it's a big tree, it's sturdy, so you want a big pot to give it that macho kind of masculine
So like the one over there, will they get a deeper pot, or
No.
will they keep it like that forever?
That'll be like that forever. As you're keeping, those are pretty good. You just keep cutting the roots every so many years. You take it apart and put new soil in, and just pack it down, and away you go.
That'd be an interesting gift for bonsai.
Depending on where you live too, is what kind of trees you can have. So.
There's the bonsai master.
No, it's my grandson actually. Excuse me. Bon is plant, sai is pot. Literally plant in pot. Hata plant. Literally. Yeah, in Japanese.
I thought it was deep in meaning.
Don't know. John Naka was, he was the American expert. John was the first Japanese master British after World War II. He's credited for bringing bonsai to the United States, South America, and Europe. So he was the absolute expert. We still use his book. John passed away 10 years ago, I guess. He trained, I don't know how many people in bonsai, and now they're training. I'm getting trained by those people, and so I'm training people. So we have the Naka. This is our philosophy.
But what nationality?
He was Japanese.
He's Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was. I think John was born here in the United States, and I can't remember if he moved back. He moved back, and I can't remember. I don't think his family moved back. I think he went back to Japan to live with his uncle, to be raised Japanese, and then come back to America. But World War II broke out, and so he was trapped over there. So after the war, he just came back, and then but he didn't speak English because he was raised over there, and he all the English he didn't remember that. So then he mastered English, and he came back and started teaching.
We all realize.
See?
Is this? Like this?
Yeah. No, that's really just. It's big. Yeah, this is like right here. It's anything bigger is too big. I forgot what. Big.
So you limit their root growth
Yes.
and keep trimming them.
Yes. So what we do to do this tree, there would be probably 5 of us would do this tree. 3 of us would lift this. 2 would be on the bottom pushing down the pot as we lift it out. We would turn it over and we'd cut maybe half the roots off, break them out, cut about half the roots, trim about like that, or not an inch all the way around. Then sit put new soil.
Well, obviously, there's a trick, there's a problem. Is there such a thing as like, oh, don't cut the main root or something like that?
Actually, on the cactus, we try to get rid of those. It's just too big. But you want a little white.
It won't kill. It won't. It won't kill the tree.
Oh, no. What you do is if you get it out. If this one had a tap, what you do, if say you bought it, I saw the tap. What I probably do is to half the tap wait 3 or 4 years. I go back in, I take it out again, and cut it off. See how many you want. The finer roots, the better. That's what developers.
How often do you do this, trimming the roots?
This is probably every 3 or 4 years. That one is probably every 2 to 3 years right there. It just depends on the species. And the Huntington is now going on to a, every tree has a little tag on it. You'll see little tags on these. And they're numbered. So what we do is we know every January these trees need to, look at these trees. These were transplanted 2-3 years ago, and so we'll look at the tag, on the computer and decide whether we come out looking and decide whether we need to do it or not. They're on a regular schedule.
And fertilization is also on the regular side.
Yes. Yes.
And watering, you minimize the watering?
No, because they're such shallow trays,
They need more water.
They need more water. These happen to be watered every day here at the Huntington.
Wow, every day.
It depends.
How about food, fertilizer?
Fertilizing twice a month usually, and they're just using. I was just up there, and they're using a thing called. You get it at Armstrong's. It's called. I think it's called Super Bloom. It's a 5, 12, 12. And I asked him one time what kind of food you're using, and the guy just said whatever Armstrong has on sale. I go and buy 200 pounds of it. And, yeah, it seems to work fine with me. So, everybody says you got to have special stuff, but you don't really. You ask
So for a
around.
beginner, what is the best tree to?
The best trees to get for beginners are either elm, olive is good. They sell a lot of junipers. If you're going to buy a bonsai, go on, if you can remember, Descanso Bonsai Society.
Descanso, okay.
Bonsai Society, and look on their website, and they have a resource list, and they'll go to one of those nurseries, because if you buy one at Home Depot, you're guaranteed it won't last. They're made for failure. They're just not, the soil isn't right, and it's just, they don't give you the proper instructions. If you go to a bonsai nursery, you can actually take it back and ask, where do you live?
We live up in Northern California.
Oh,
Bay Area.
okay. There's
There are lots of those up there.
lots of nurseries up there and lots of clubs. Go on the club websites and just look under Golden State Bonsai Federation. I don't have it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, so nice.
We'll look it up.
Go Golden State Bonsai Federation and look at the list of clubs from Northern California, and then look on their website at the club. They can help you with that. And they have so many clubs up there. Southern California doesn't have as many because the Japanese population is centered really in Gardena and that area around Gardena down here. But in the Bay Area, they had it all over the Bay Area, so there's clubs all over, and they have a lot more resources up there than we.
There you go.
To give you an example, I think they have, I want to say 35 clubs up north. We have 16 down south.
I see. Okay.
So yeah, it's a great place for bonsai up there.
Okay.
And talk to the club, and what's nice about buying from a bonsai nursery, they're going to give you good instructions on how to do it. And if you have questions, you bring your tree back. We're at Home Depot. I don't know.
Okay. Good. Thank you
That's
very
what-
much.
Thanks, Bill.